I just found out the worst thing through the changelog of the game, and it's made me forever sad. Forever sad. He fixed a bug that I didn't know was a thing. You're not gonna believe what it was. Apparently the tractor didn't need fuel. I could have been driving the tractor that whole time without needing to put diesel in it. Tragic. I mean, it's probably better that I did, because otherwise it would probably be stuck wherever it is right now without any fuel in it, but, like, tragedy. Absolute tragedy. Good. Alright, now, where was I last time? I do need to wait for Drunk Man. I need to go grocery shopping. You know what? There is a mod that I've meant to get. Let me go grab that. My winter car. Where are you? Winter car. Better ATM. Yes, this is interesting, but no, what I want is the microwave. Alternate line? Yeah, microwave lets you, like, microwave stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna buy sausages. Forest add-on? Huh. So it claims to be compatible with this. Interesting. I have no idea where they would have stuck this. It doesn't fit with the rest of the game, though. It's too detailed. Empty part of the... I can think of places... I can think of somewhere that might be. Anyway, that's not... I haven't seen that before. But yeah. Better apartment, country garage. These are interesting. What does better apartment? Oh, yeah, that just lets you open all the cupboards and stuff. I don't care. Alternate line. What's alternate line? Interior and driver. Now, I like the idea of this, because that's fun. The problem I have is the train itself is actually responsible for a not actually insignificant amount of lag. So I'm not going to do that. I will grab this, though. Love the use of Fulbright for the screenshot. Let me just give me one half moment, and I will get these installed. I wanted railroad crossing right from the beginning, but it wasn't available yet. I wasn't minded port, so mods paste and microwave paste. I will say it's kind of interesting that neither one of those mods brought along any assets. Here we go. And away we go. Microwave. It consumed my chips. All right. Time to go buy some sausages. What time is it? Well, if it was, so it's midnight because it was, if it was, if the sun would be out. Hang on, the bottom of my mouse is. I got new skates for my mouse a while back, but the problem is, despite being more slippery in general, they love to pick up any kind of crap that's on my desk. So, you know, overall improvement, but also, you know. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it is apparently quite hot inside. I'm gonna start by having a shower. Deal with the sweat and the dirtiness. Also, it is apparently incredibly hot in the shower because my sweat is just going through the roof. Oh well, not dirty anymore. Alright, so we're going to purchase more juice, more sugar, because why not? And some food that we can cook. Winter coverall, please. None. Okay. From this angle, that tree is a skull. There's the eyes, nose, mouth, skull shape. That's a skull. In negative 42. Impressive. It's also not stalling, which is also impressive. Often enough it does. So I guess we're going too fast. He said immediately going faster. I would say, I mean, normally I'd get more fuel right now, but honestly, I don't need it, so. We're mostly just here for groceries. Which reminds me. Ain't that nice, hey? I'm so happy to hear that music back. He's a great driver, this one. Actually, what is he driving? Oh, he dented his car. That's new. Huh. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that drove the yellow car, and he's the guy that drove the blue car. They're just sharing a car now. And doing a great job of it. Okay, I want to buy sausages and some macaroni, because why not? All the sugar, another pack of yeast, all the juice. There we go. Honestly, I'm amazed that this didn't stall. Now I can see. Someone crashed into the bus stop. Possibly the bus. It is in fact somehow still cooling off. I do wonder how long it took him to work out how to make that dynamically pathed thing work there. Now, as I understand it, he will show up during the day. Don't know when, but during the day. Damn. Sugar, 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 cigarettes, macaron. Sometimes you just gotta get the maca, right? Maybe that's just a Canadian thing. I want to test this. Oh. No? Okay. All right. I don't know how long it actually needs, but in reality, I mean, you could probably do this in a minute, minute and a half. Depends on the power of the microwave, of course. Looks like the correct answer is, what? 50 seconds. Excellent. I'm not sure how long a cooked sausage lasts before it spoils, but one way to find out. Sure, it's some amount of time. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Nope. Okay. Oh, I just realized I'm still wearing coveralls. No wonder I'm so sweaty. Let's take care of that. Apparently, the ATM mod only works if you don't reload your save. It works fine so long as you don't reload your save. So, like, if you fully quit the game, you're fine. And it also translates the pumps, which is cool. Alright. So, what do we do now? Well, we turn off this light. And I'm gonna go check the mail again. Barring anything else, we do need to take that box in the car over to, well, parents' house. Yes! Post orders? Okay, so that's what we're doing today. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, we might have access to, finally, the oil pan. I think we're finally starting to melt ice, so I'll leave this running. Just the two? Okay. It appears to be warming up. Excellent. There we go. Oh, look, it's the bus. I didn't even notice them. It's not good for their customers, really. Anyone, technically. On the plus side, things are warming up nicely. I can actually see through most of the windshield. The window here is defrosting. I was glad that we don't have to like maintenance the lights in this car. Although I suspect Topless did mention at one point he wanted to make it so that the player would have to like maintain this car a little bit. I imagine at some point we're going to be told, you know, now you have to do oil changes and replace headlights and stuff. I wouldn't mind that. Away we go. Pro tip, kids, do not do 160 on a frozen lake. It's a bad plan. As you can see. Because eventually you do have to slow down. If one of these is a set of rims, which I'm hoping they are, I'm gonna go get tires put on them. It's impressive how far away we can hear those bells from. I think there should be 2 more packages on the way in the mail right now. There's the rims. Rusty, rusty rims, but rims nonetheless. 14 inch, cool. You know, I'm just gonna... Just for the moment. There's the oil pan. And another fuel tank. And another bumper. And a gear shift. And, oh, actually, no, I need that. I need the oil pan. Give me your oil pan. And a heater box. And another bumper. Alright, we got another boot lid. Another bumper. I will never be short of bumpers or parcel lids or radiators or oil pumps. Actually, I think I do actually need that, but the point is... An auxiliary shaft. Definitely need that, actually. Don't know if I had one, but I definitely need one. A thermostat, good to have. What was the button for checking wear inspector? G, not B. Okay. Another dash. Okay. Well, now we've got rims, so I'm gonna go get tires put on the rims. That's something I would really like to do during the day if I can. Killed it. Debating the fastest way to Fleetari, and I think the answer is to just take the standard road, but not the highway. Well, I mean, technically the highway is faster, but... Yeah, you know what, we're just gonna take the highway. I was thinking, you know, it'd be faster, you know, geographically to take the dirt road, but no, actually, because of the much higher speeds you can get on the highway, it doesn't actually matter that much. I do have to worry about the speed camera, but luckily that is on the other side of our workplace, so about halfway. Also, the rally's on, so he's likely not open, I'm not realizing, so never mind. Because he isn't open on weekends during the rallies. Knowing that then, let's go build the car. Now this is about as fast as I typically drove this in this Atsuma during the summer. I missed the van. It's just over there. Very tragic. All right. So first initial thoughts here. Since we're going to be spending a lot more time in here. Might as well warm it up a little bit. It's going to be a while before those have any effect, but they'll have some effect eventually. I don't know how long. A lot of people say, okay, assuming this game follows how reality works in regards to these things, a lot of people think, you know, you gotta crank them up to 30 for half a day before you can, like, sleep in here, but this is actually not how reality works, because 30 just means that's its target. Furnaces don't run at partial power. They run at full blast until they reach target temperature. Okay, being that this is my first time building this car... Sounds good. 1, 2, 3... Just one more. Cool. Being that this is my first time building this car, I'm going to quickly go online. There we go. There's an order to closing these. I'm going to go online real quick, and I'm going to see if I can't find... the build guide for the engine. Because I don't know all the parts yet. I want a YouTube video. I don't want the AI... I also don't want the other AI. Why is there so many AI-generated wikis for my winter car? None of them are right. There is somewhere. There is somewhere a picture that I have seen. Chorus rivet. Alright, so crankshaft, main bearings done, pistons done, oil pump. Goes on before the oil. Okay, so I need to actually take off the bit that I did. Good to know. I'm gonna put that over there. And then I have to figure out which oil pump I have is the best oil pump that I have. Oil pump. How's this one? 64. That's a candidate. Water pump. Auxiliary shaft starter, piston, thermostat. That might be also the only one that I have, technically. Distributor, no, the thermostat. Auxiliary shaft, water pump. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one because it isn't in terrible condition. I mean, it's 64%, but it's not terrible. Has the oil pump with the oil pickup. Is there any other bolts? I don't see any. Alright, and then the oil pan, and then the... Okay. Size 7. I said size 7. Alright, the auxiliary shaft. Is that what I've already installed on the top there? It's a camshaft. Where's the auxiliary shaft? Like over here. One of these an auxiliary shaft. Distributor. Oh, hang on. I've got a brand new oil pump. I should check that pile before I go searching through my spare parts piles. Low-key kind of jealous of those people that have, like, freewheel mice. You just flick it and go forever. Now, auxiliary shaft. I should theoretically water pump, fuel pump, alternator, spark plugs, distributor, clutch. Is it that okay? The auxiliary shaft I think might be one of those things I didn't buy because it was so expensive at Fleetari's. Fuel pump, alternator. You know what I should do is I should flip all these so I can just read the bottoms. Oh, this is like this one. Got them genuine chorus parts. Alright. If it's not in that pile, I don't have it. Well, I might have it, but it'll be, like, used. So, that means I need to go to the auxiliary shaft, which I'm pretty sure I have one of, which is this one. This guy. 64%. Okay, not great, not terrible. Do I have any other auxiliary shafts that may be better or worse? Here's one. 93. Oh, beautiful. I'm not even going to keep looking. That one's perfect. There's the auxiliary shaft. Oil filter. Got that. That's easy. I'm pretty sure in Summer Car that still has like a wrench sound. Alright, I put the head gasket in there and I put that bit on there. Cylinder head. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't put the rockers on here. Probably should put those on there. Alternator, distributor, clutch, cam follower. Do I not have where is that? I've got a camshaft. Yeah, okay, I definitely don't have those in the boxes, I don't think. No, okay, do I have rockers? I should put this away. Where can I get the rockers? The rockers can be purchased at Fleetari's, but I don't think I have them. Got exhaust manifolds and shit all day long, but unfortunately, I think we're screwed here. You have to go buy rockers. Because that's a cam follower. Control F cam follower. Interestingly, rocker doesn't seem to be... It is 8 rockers. Is it this? Oh, it is that. It's just called the wrong thing on the box. Yeah, didn't need to do this on the summer car. All right, now for the camshaft. Okay. The metal clips must be visible above rubber, and that's what they are. Perfect. And then time for the thermostat. Did I buy a thermostat? I should drink some water. That's what I should do. Yeah, okay. It's still very cold. I was just checking. Because it is cold in here, but I was hoping these would have more of an effect already, but I guess not. Actually, I'm going to set them to 15. $15 should be far more pleasant. Okay, so next, thermostat. Did I buy a thermostat? Alternator, fuel pump, water pump, distributor, clutch disc, timing belt. Now, thermostat. There it is. Don't think there's a bolt for that. No. Okay. And then I need the thermostat housing. I don't think if that's gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be over here because I'm 100% sure I did not buy that. Oh, I just realized it might be in that pile of crap over on the other side of the room there. Thermostat. Put you down there. Wouldn't it be wild if you could just stack a bunch of, not flex plates, but the, that one's basically new. If you could just stack a pile of, flywheels to make your engine hard to start, but fuck if it will never turn off again. Until it explodes. Hard to rev up, but it won't slow down. That fan's probably important to not keep covered. Carburetor, brake lines feels important. Carburetor's not a wear item, so I could just have multiple carburetors tuned for different spec. That's kind of fun. That being said, I'm definitely lacking the thermostat cover unless it's over here. Okay, it's time to organize a little bit. All the parcel shelves go over here. All the bumpers go over here. This can just, like, go over here. Seat can go under the table, if it could, please. Thank you. Wiper motor assembly. Table. Boot lid. That is bodywork. I'm going to, for now, evict the bodywork. All the fenders, lids, hoods. Another bumper. Ventilation box. I'm sure that'll come in handy. But that can go up there for now. Hard to miss it up there, to be perfectly honest. 79% radiator. That's probably the one I'm going to end up using. Dashboard. That's going to go there. Dashboard there. Bumper. Wait, that's a bumper. That's a hell of a bumper. Dashboard. Fuel tank. Is that a wear item? Nope. I don't know if there's different capacities of fuel tank. We're going to find out. Rear axle. That is a part that I'm definitely going to need. But it can, for now, live under there. Heater box. Going to need that. $67. Is that the same or different? Oh, that one's better. So this is a backup. It can go there, because I know I'm not going to need it. An automatic pedal box. Gonna probably maybe need that. Depends if I go automatic or manual. I could honestly go either one. Another bumper. Another bumper. Yeah, I'm glad you like the headlamp mod. It is incredibly useful for a large number of reasons. It also works in summer car if you're interested in that. And another bumper. Column shroud, that seems like it'll be useful. An instrument panel. Another fuel tank. Is there any difference between fuel tanks? Not that I can see. So that'll be a spare. Another instrument panel. Okay, I just realized something. Right, I had picked out one of these as the one I wanted to use. Which one was it? I just said so it looks like a late 90s headlamp, decreasing intensity, how far it goes in the color. Yeah. That honestly, that was exactly what I was hoping to hear when I made that people would customize it to be what they want. Because there's some people that are gonna want like the wacky, inflatable tube band of lights, and then there's some people that are just gonna want a nice LED light like I have. Some people that are just gonna want a really nice light in general that like fits the theme. All right, so I wanted to use. I wanted the one with all the features. So that was. It had both switches. Oh, I just realized the one that has all the features I don't think has. Yeah, okay. So it doesn't have the pop out for the radio. Those one this one does and this one does, but those ones are both lacking window heater. This one has both but no pop out either, and it lacks that bit. So I need to get more instrument panels. But this one's the contender. That's the one I'm probably gonna use for now. So you can go under there. Have you been on the racetrack yet? The sausage stand uses old sausage package textures from like build 172. I have not, but that is a really neat piece of trivia. You know what? I'm gonna put the pedal box there, along with. I had picked up a different pedal box at some point. I'll find it. There's the manual 5-speed transmission. I don't know if that's the one I'll be using yet. I think I have like a 4-speed automatic VIN, but I'm not honestly that worried about it. I don't think I'm gonna build it for the. I don't think I'm gonna build it for the history. I'm gonna build it just as a fun vehicle to drive. You know. Probably gonna need that. Another dash top cover. Another bumper. I have like. There's at least 10 bumpers in that pile. But yeah, as for having been to the track, I actually have been a couple of times. Mostly just because I was having fun when I was writing my sorbet mod. This guy. I got it going like I tweaked it to handle really well and go fast. And I was using the ice track for testing. I may have died a couple times. Kind of my own fault, though. Turns out you should not jump your car at 120. Column shroud right. Well, that's going to be useful for the column. And there's the 5.5-inch, 300-pound spring. And that confirms to me that I do not have a thermostat shroud. And I don't think I can buy that, or thermostat housing, which I'm 90% sure that I cannot purchase from Fleetari, so I must get it from a box, which means I'm going to have even more of this. Okay. Well, that's that. I was going to go get tires put on these rims that I managed to snag from the magazine, but unfortunately, it's Sunday. But yeah, so I do actually have to, like, acquire that bit, unfortunately. Which means more magazine purchases, which is not the end of the world. I believe it refreshes on Mondays, so I basically just have tonight to deal with. Do that. Do that. Turn off. Okay, it's not letting me turn off the lights. Whatever. Oh, crap. Come on. There you go. Damn it. You may have fucked up your game. You haven't got gig jobs. Quit from packing jobs. No official way to lose. So, okay, so you can't do the wood job until you purchase the car. So that's the first thing if you haven't done that already. And Kill You guy will appear in the apartment next to you. So having Kill You made and ready to go, very handy. As for eviction, your only bet at this point is to take the taxi job. Because unfortunately, you cannot pay your rent in you can't pay your rent in cash. You have to pay for the card, and the only way to put money on the card without mods or cheating is through income via the through the taxi. Eventually, you will get put on a stipend if you don't take the factory job. The government will actually give you money that gives you actually net positive 200 marks every month on your credit card that covers your rent. As long as you don't take the factory job. And that comes back eventually after like an in-game month. Yeah, adverts and taxi are the way to recover that, but it's gonna be rough. If you want to be able to fund your apartment, your housing situation via side jobs, there is a mod called Better ATM. Amongst other things, it lets you translate the ATM and gas pumps to English. Big improvement that. But it also allows you to deposit money directly into the ATM to add to your bank account. So that's a good option for you as well. But yeah, I very explicitly chose not to take the job after the game bugged out and didn't give me the job. I tried. I chose not to take the job, and glad that I didn't, knowing what I know now, because it was like release day. This is my save that I made the day the game came out. Yeah. It has you put in the money 100 marks at a time, but it does work. Debating what I want to do, and the answer is I want to poke my head in and see if drunk guy's here. And then check the mail. I first wanted to go there to hear about what the coworkers have say since and also finished, but there's a really... I mean, and I think... Okay, I mean, yes, but also part of it, I think, is that they don't... I don't think that a lot of the voice lines were finished yet. So...
Meidän likakaivo on ihan täynnä taas. Tules tyhjentämään se. Heti.
Nope, no drunk guy. Also, I love they can just do that. Just gonna leave the light on. Okay, let's go check the mail. You know what? I'm gonna do that thing you mentioned with the... Oh yeah, better FPS is also pretty good. It does actually cause... it has an impact. Everyone but the secretary voiced? Oh, that's good. When I first played, I don't think anyone was voiced. Well, the last time I was there? I might be wrong, but... no, she had a voice. I don't think anyone else did, though. I'm the kind of driver you want living with you in the same parking lot. Obviously. Hey, boss. Bye, boss. One of these days, I'm gonna get absolutely T-boned going through there. Okay. I can see the reason why. I'm gonna have it... I'm still gonna have the distance up a little bit. Oh, did you ever hear what the actual cause for the crashing when people were coming into the PSK was? Ooh, that's the expensive one. Good day. But yeah, did you ever hear what the cause for the crashing was? Because it's... Yeah, it was. If you walked into the PSK while peeing, the guy that works there would try to warn you and crash the game. How much fuel do I have? Tomorrow's very much going to be check and see if Drunk Guy's there. If he's, and regardless of that, then go and see if I can get new tires. Yeah, I could stand to put 100 marks in. It could be something as simple as just like a missing string. Wait, was that English? Hell yeah. Nailed the amount I wanted to put in. Yeah, sometimes you get a little bit more, sometimes you get a little bit less. What am I listening to? Oh. Oh, hill climb would be fun. A hill climb would be very fun. I'd be interested in that. He has way too much fun. I love it. Oh yeah, turns out, bug I was completely unaware of, apparently, until literally, I think the update was today, the tractor didn't actually need fuel. You could just run it without fuel in it, and it would just work. And now I'm all depressed because they're like, I was dutifully fueling it. I don't know if he would call the hill climb part of the rally. I mean, he might, but I could see him just like adding a hill climb as a separate event that you can do. Suddenly, early access vibes. He'll be fine. I just come over here to have a look. I went to look at the area. It looks pretty tight. Unless he expands the map, the area though. Gee, was there? I mean, yeah, he might. Until it stopped working, I ran a mod on Summer Car called Less Tree Walls. Because on Summer Car, I typically run the Linux native build of the game, which isn't official, but is made by the community. But tree walls don't render properly with it, so I just got rid of them as much as possible, except for around spots where there was... Okay. Where there was holes in the map, essentially. Is it really? I never noticed. Do I have no clip? Of course I have no clip. For when I die, because this game doesn't reliably, like, have an ability to get back to your vehicle, so... Sometimes it's, like, literally the only option other than walking across the entire map. Okay, so it would be over here. Yeah, here.
Me vittu. Saatana.
I don't see it. Oh, or do you mean to look at the watch? Oh, okay, I see that. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I see what you mean. But that doesn't so much affect pretty much anything else that's going on here, though, so... It's not that big of a deal. Because, like, realistically, he doesn't have to, like, actually make the map bigger than it already is. He just moves the tree walls, right? Maybe just adds a road inside here. Because, like, he really could. He could just, like, add, like, a start point that goes, like, all the way up here and then down to here.
Voi vittujen kevää.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, there's places that are less close that would be fantastic for the rally, like to the tree walls. Like, there are spots where I think that the rally could absolutely happen that would just be very reasonable. Also, technically it does it here too. Also, I just woke up at 6 a.m. I ate 4 sausages yesterday and I'm still full. Well, and a bag of chips. Oh, you know what? It is -1. I'm just gonna wear the winter jacket. Don't need the full getup. And let's go deliver these 2 and then go see Fleetari, shall we? By the way, binding the buttons for starting the car is so much better than actually like clicking on the ignition. Yeah, okay, so that is actually a bug that makes it incredibly hard to turn off the power in the car. That is a bug. It is an acknowledged bug. That it shouldn't be doing that. So if you just bind, there's key binds for it. I've bound it to 7 and 8 on my numpad. 7 turns on power and 8 runs the starter. So when I want to start the car, I just tap 7 and then 8. When I stop the car, just tap 7. I did find an interesting quirk of it, though. You can't use the buttons if you're looking at the ignition. Just won't work. But yeah, in terms of, yeah, honestly, had that not been a default keybind, I would have either looked into the game's code to figure out where the bug is with the existing ignition, or I would have just written a mod to do that. Because either way, it is a right pain in the rear. Out of curiosity, is there any other of my mods that you're using? I asked if there was any other of my mods that you're using, because curious. Like UI tweaks or the rivet tweaks. Or is it Chorus? Is it Chorus? The one, the car I'm driving. You know the name. Apparently I don't. Nice. Do you like the default color that I picked, or do you think that there's a more appropriate one? Because I've been torn on that, because like it honestly could go either way. Okay, so whether or not I come back, turn it off, depends on whether or not we get a thermostat cover. You know what I wanted? More bumpers. To go with all the other bumpers. I did need the other half of the column shrouds, so that's nice. The rear plate. Ah, I didn't have one of those previously. Good to have. Was going to need. Another dash bottom cover pit. Another fan. Is that a wear item? No, it's not. Yeah, I suspect that eventually he's going to get around to changing that. But I can tell you that the way that he's done it in the original code is definitely very manual. So he's going to have to go through and do all of them individually. I do not envy him that. Yeah, because I've been in the guts of the GUI code, like, it's not pretty. Did you know thirst in the code is called thrist? Thrist? I think this is my first door. Another parcel shelf. And yeah, it's been called thrist since Summer Car. The entire time. I checked. And actually, I knew previously because I wrote a similar mod for Summer Car many years ago. And an auxiliary shaft. In reasonably good condition. Alright, well, that did not give me the water pump cover that I need, so... Go get some tires, I guess? Yeah. But yeah, to give you an idea, when I initially wrote the mod, I figured out what the text elements that are on screen here are called. These ones, like the FPS and this, they're called one thing. And then the settings here are all called another thing, except for the MISC settings, where they're called a third thing, which is just a misspelling of everything else. Like, I get English isn't his first language. I fully appreciate that, but surely you notice at some point that you've misspelled something, and then fix it, right? That being said, fantastic game, so... It's just when you start crawling through the guts of it, you find little ugly things like that and go, oh. Hmm. Still not as bad as Yanderdev. Also, just got an idea for your GUI tweaks. Could you add the option to show the full 200% of the bars? So, kind of, maybe, because the bars really do only just show from 0 to 100. If I compressed the space, maybe made him turn red halfway, I could probably make that happen, maybe. But I suspect that would cause all kinds of bugs to occur. Just because of the way the game is put together. I might be able to extend the text, you know, thirst, hunger, stress, etc., and just stick a number at the end of it so it renders on top of the bar, indicating, you know, your thirst is at, you know, 100, 120, 190, 7, negative 12. In theory, I could do that. But yeah, the other thing I've thought about is changing the body temp from red to green. Which, I mean, it sounds counterintuitive, but if you think about it, red is bad, generally. I mean, it's being used to represent heat, but you could argue that green for good might make more sense. But then does it contrast well with the blue? Maybe not. Not so much. I could let the user define their preferred colors. That is an option. Basically, there's a lot of considerations to be made. Yeah, exactly. Red is warm. Red is often used to represent heat. It makes sense. Oh, it would absolutely be. It would be options you can set in the settings, but it would still be, you know, like I think if I was gonna do that, I think I would make it Maybe default to what the game starts with, but then customize. Let the player customize it to whatever they desire. Wait a second, what? What's going on in the glove box? Oh, that's garbage and a piece of mail for some reason. Okay.
Terve, terve. Mikä oli pojalla mielessä?
Actually, you know what? He doesn't actually check where you leave them. Don't have to be on the table. So if I put him over by the wall here, I can grab him through the wall if he's not here when I come to get my tires. Now, I don't think I can get certified on their winter radials. Can I? But I think... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go for these ones. 14-inch. Because those are 14-inch tires. I should double check that. Yeah, 14-inch wheel. Yeah, 14. I'm going to get more rims eventually, so it won't be a big deal. I'll just have a set for getting the license plate and a set for actually driving. It's annoying that the water pump doesn't come with a water pump cover. A rev limiter seems like a not terrible idea, to be perfectly honest. If it's anything like Summer Car, you won't be able to get your license plate with those tires. So I'm going to have a second set. But honestly, right now what I want is a set of good tires that is also, you know, good. Something I can put the car up on, basically. Holds air, check mark. Correct, yes. Yeah. Okay, that is not the police. It is, however, the Americans. Can you imagine the speeding ticket on that? I checked what the spare wheel holder says on the Galaxy Liner. I'll be honest, I don't know what the Galaxy Liner is. Oh, the American van. I have not at all looked at it, no. Oh, of course it does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have anything. No. Okay. Come on. I know you love staring at the trash can, but like, come on. Okay, have you noticed that all the new NPCs in the game, like him, look like friggin' Ashens? Can I pay? Okay. Oh, I just realized the UI isn't rendering. There we go. Hi, how you doing, Ashens? Jumbo cheese, please. Look at him, that's Ashens. He's also the boss at your new job and a couple of other NPCs around. But that's just straight up Ashens. Look at that face. That's just Ashens. Holding my drink and fries. Now go get my burgers, Ashens. Well, burger. Ashens. He's been a YouTuber since long before YouTube existed. Like, his videos went viral on email. Not even an exaggeration. Ashens.
Kiitoksia ja tervetuloa uudestaan.
Ashens. He has been a YouTuber literally, quite literally, from prior to YouTube becoming really a thing. He was making the types of videos that YouTube loves. Which, in this case, is basically object on couch review. New or not. He will eat 80-year-old dried fruit out of a can. That is a thing he will do. If it's edible at all. He also, for some reason, Q's buying undelivered mail and should probably stop. His words. But like, he'll like buy, you know, cup noodles from a dollar store and be like, is this any good? Quite often it's not. But yeah, but he'll like he I think he loves just buying on open mail because ultimately, or rather undelivered mail, because ultimately it's just a bag full of objects that he has no clue what he's getting and he has to review on the spot. And he has gotten some whoppers. And then there was the time he got like 40 phone cases. You know how these things go. He just loves reviewing tats at the end of the day. He's also made and starred in a couple of movies that actually like are pretty good. The latest one is by far the best of them. If I was gonna say, if you're gonna watch one, pick the newest one. Actions in the Polybius Heist, which like is actually a really good movie, but despite being made by effectively an amateur with very little budget. Great. Damn it. Ooh.
Antero, mulla on uusi peli. Sä et oo Antero, haista vittu.
Wow, that's... He hasn't aged a day since 1995.
Terve vaan, että meidän tämä paskakaivo olisi täyttynyt paskasta taas, että tulisitko tyhjentämään sen. Että kyllä minä maksan, ja varmasti maksan. Mutta kiitos vaan, että jos viitit, että kiitos vaan, että...
If you've ever watched Nerd Cubed, I just realized I didn't need to buy a new one. I still have that one. But if you've ever watched Nerd Cubed, they get together and they do a advent calendar thing every year, and it's fantastic on Ashton's second channel. One year, Nerdcube got a cheese calendar, which sounds fantastic until you realize they shoot them all on the same day, and that has rendered him lactose intolerant. He's just lactose intolerant now. He wasn't before. Now he is. I already missed that bug that let you just spam click your way through all the bottles in one go. Alright, you have a good sleep. And I will attempt to purchase more stuff that'll be of use to me. Let this reset on Monday.
Tervamäen Erkki. Joo. Joo, kyllä. Kyllä se löytyy tuolta. Kauan on asia tuolta arkistoista. Ei mitään, mikä se oli se merkki? Rivet, korris, etkut, yks, neljä. Joo, tuo löytyy. Joo. Miten niin, että on toimivia? Vittu, minä sä pro pidät? Saatana! Perkele, saatana! Vittu, kun mä oon yritän täällä kaupata, sehän on ollut, että perkele, se uudet mä oon kauppatakin vitun paskana täällä. Poituu kielenkäyttöni.
I wish we didn't have to listen through this entire thing.
Joo. Meillä on tasarahaa sitten. Ei mä rahaa edes tinkimään. Nää on tarpeeksi hyviä. Joo, sillä mennään. Tästä lähetän nää. Noniin. Moro. Vittu.
Thank you. Let's see. I picked over this earlier, so there's like not much. 0562. Oh. Hate it when that happens. I wish it would wait until I've dialed a valid number. Oh 05623454. At least this call's quick.
Minä laitan tulemaan. Hei vaan. Perkkiö. No. Joo. No niin. Minä laitan. Joo.
Let's see, what's another one that's worth grabbing? That one.
Kyllä. Selvä. Minä laitan tulemaan. Hei hei.
Hey, hey. Let's see. Already bought those. That one maybe. 013664474. This one mentions the thermostat, so it's worth picking it up, even though it's $600.
Perkia. Nyt. Nää sanoit, että soita kotiin. Mikä oli? Jaa. No kunhan minä tätä pois pääsen, niin sitten laitan. No niin. No. Joo.
Okay, so that should hopefully one of them contains what we're looking for. Wouldn't it be grand? Wouldn't it be grand? Wouldn't it be grand if we had a piece of the car that we need? Wouldn't it be grand? Wouldn't it be grand? Oh, I just realized I'm peeing on a TV, and I don't know if that TV can kill me, but I wouldn't put it past topless. Getting there. Anyway, this is actually where I'm going to call it for the night, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you probably tomorrow. I'll see you then.